Two Hearts and a Ring is showing on Sonia Uche TV. A quick recap of this movie basically talks about a man who is engaged to two women. One is sophisticated business and always on the ride. The other is more of a homely person, always relying on the auntie, or should I say is not sophisticated at the first one. So the man wanted to eat his cake and have it, by the end losing out on both women. Yeah, pretty much that's what this movie is about. What I like about this movie, first I'll start by saying that I like Sonia Uche's acting. Sonia was, I mean, this is not the best of the best, element of her when it comes to her acting. She, we all know when she has all back on, that is her best element. But here she was really interesting to watch. She was very wicked towards the maid, or the supposed maid that she thought the lady was, and I love that for her acting skills in this movie. That was pretty much something that I really like. And then I like the guy that was playing supporting cast to Michael Dappa. The guy had jokes, the guy was just naturally funny, and that was interesting to watch. His line delivery, his dilemma when it comes to serious things, and I love how he worked out on the situation, especially when he realized that, look, you're not listening to me when I was telling you how all this thing is going to end. I love the scene. I love that scene where he actually did work out. I say, look, you know what? You have to handle your own business yourself. And I also love interaction with Chisom, because he's like, anytime he eats her food, he is always conversing. The guy was just naturally funny for me, and I love all the jokes that was delivered by him as well. Another thing I like about this movie is the makeup and hair or costume of Sonia Uche. I mean, if you don't know, she has a hair brand. She sells hair, online. So obviously when it comes to, even if you don't know, if you check Sonia Uche's movies where she is, sophisticated business and always prime and proper, you realize that her hair game, makeup game is always on point, especially hair. She has all of that on point all the time. So this movie, hair game on point, going straight, they were all on point. Makeup was really beautiful, her skin tone, everything was just on point, and I like that a lot. And then lastly, I want to talk about Chisom acting. She has this baby stature, she's really small, and roles like this fit her, especially when she's acting poor baby maid, that kind of role. It fits her so well. And I love how she spoke English correctly, yes, but as well also acting childish as well, and that's something that I really like about her acting. So that was really interesting to watch. I really like that about this movie. Pretty much those are the things I like about this movie. Moving on to what I do not like about this movie. I'll start by saying that this movie is just 4 cast members, 4 people. Like, everything about this movie is just 4-member cast. This just remind me of Uche Nancy production. She is normally the one, or corporate, who always uses 4 people, 3 people, maximum 5 people in a movie, and sometimes it's interesting, sometimes it's not interesting. This movie needed more people to make it more lively, and it didn't have that. Only 4 people in this movie. I was like, is it only 4 people I'm seeing in this movie or something? At the end, it was only 4 cast members. I was disappointed. I was just like, nah, this is not it for me. So in case you haven't seen it, you're going to see only 4 people. So that is something that I do not like about this movie. Moving on, another thing I don't like about this movie is the size. Per the storyline or the recap I gave you guys, this movie does not deserve 2 hours. It's 2 hours. I hate it. Moving on again, I want to talk about location about this movie. Oh my goodness, location is just 2. The car shots and then the house. The house, I'm pretty sure it's just 1 house. Maybe I'll say, nah, it's not 3. I know. It is just 1 house. Someone will say it's 3 because of the friends, or the friend's house where she went to when things were awkward. I'm not too sure, but I know for a fact that it is just 2 locations in this movie. So 4 cast members, 2 locations, the car, and then of course the house. That's it. And then of course this movie is 2 hours plus. So those are the things I hate about this movie. Now, another confusion about this movie that I hate is the fact that they were talking about, I mean, the last but 2 scenes of this movie where Sonia wrote a letter and said, I've sold the car, I've sold the house, or whatnot. Michael drove a car to the house and met the letter. The letter says, I have sold your car and sold your house. He came out of the house after reading the letter, only not to find the car he drove back into the compound. How did the car disappear? Is it magic? Who drove the car out? How is that magic? Like, what is happening with that? How do you sell a car that was drove by him inside the compound? He came out and the car is no more there. Confusion. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't tally. It's not consistent. There's always confusion in the storyline when it comes to YouTube movies. Another thing that I don't like about this movie is how Chisom talk about the auntie all the time. We didn't see anybody. Of course, it's 4 cast members. So the imaginary auntie, obviously we didn't see any auntie. And every meeting she was having with Michael was in the car, not even bar, restaurant, nothing like that. I'm like, why? Oh my goodness. Using minimum effort to get maximum effort. That's what these producers are doing these days. If you guys notice, I do not even review some of this producers movie anymore because it doesn't make sense. And then finally, I want to talk about how Chisom just disappeared. She also left a note saying that she's gone back to the village and she wants to restart her life. She doesn't want to do. Like, it doesn't make sense. I don't understand why she just left a letter and also disappeared, just like Sonia herself asked her. So those things, those 2 endings, it doesn't make sense for me. I mean, it might make sense to you, but I just don't like how both ended or disappear in the movie. That's something that I do not like. Finally, also I want to talk about costume for Michael Dappa and then costume for the friend. Especially Michael Dappa. This guy, supposed to be well-to-do, has money, and he didn't appear good for me. Aside the hair, I mean, obviously we've seen the hair all the time. He didn't appear good for me. He didn't look like somebody who is rich. Of course, the house was okay, but appearance-wise, it wasn't looking good for me. So that's something, or those are the things I don't like about this movie. In hindsight, the movie is kind of boring for me for a 2 hours movie. This is not it for me. And rating it, I'm going to give it 1/10. Sonia's production of late is not making sense. I don't know what is happening. I think most of them are beginning to do quick production for quick money, and it's making the quality of production they are giving us in the past 1 month is reducing. It's not making sense. And if they continue like this, they are going to lose views because a lot more of these legend actors are opening their own YouTube channel now. So competition is going to be tight, unless of course you have a very strong community fan base on YouTube who always come through for you. But down 1 million views in a day, it's going to be hard for some of these people or some of these producers to be getting it. And this movie is an example of that. Yeah, the quality is just not it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next movie review.